Ford CEO Jim Farley seems understandably concerned. He seems like he's disappointed that Ford haven't been able to make an EV that Americans and, well, anyone else actually wants to buy. But he said he's encouraged by what has happened with Tesla. He in fact called Tesla's success a silver lining for Ford, like a blueprint for the company. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. Ford CEO recently explained after Ford's slightly disappointing Q3 earnings result that Elon Musk himself has given his company a huge gift. Now, he wasn't talking about Elon Musk and Tesla, their decision to allow Ford and the rest of the automotive industry in North America to use their superchargers. He was talking about something else entirely different. It's not often your biggest rival in business makes these kind of comments, but that's exactly what Ford and CEO Jim Farley recently said. In fact, he seems to attribute the entire concept of EVs possibly even being successful to Tesla themselves and no one else. About a week after Elon Musk's mini disaster during Tesla's third quarter earnings call sent the company's stock down again, Ford shares also dropped after withdrawing its 2023 guidance and warning that its own electric vehicle business is doing much worse than expected. In fact, we learned that Ford is losing around $36,000 on every electric car it's sold over the past 9 months, which absolutely nobody expected to happen, and its losses on EVs keep on growing. While unfortunately, its EV stock in dealerships, the numbers keep on going up and up and up. And so Ford, as a result, have decided to slash its EV sales, or its plans to sell a large number of EVs this year. But it's not just Ford. Macroeconomic factors have affected automakers across the board. Investors, though, are growing increasingly worried about the EV sector, specifically as consumer adoption is taking longer in the US than anticipated, and certainly longer than it's taking in Europe and China. This is leading to increased losses in the sector for companies like Ford and General Motors, who make both EVs and internal combustion engine vehicles. On the other hand, you've got companies like BYD, whose profits are bigger than they've ever been, whose sales are growing faster than we could possibly have ever imagined they would, and whose revenue is growing at a staggering pace. Earlier this week, General Motors and Honda announced they are dropping their partnership aimed at developing a line of affordably priced EVs. General Motors said it wouldn't be able to build 400,000 EVs by mid-2024 like it had previously promised it would do. It still maintains that it will beat Tesla, though, and sell more than 1 million electric cars in 2025, but most analysts believe that's extremely unlikely. However, Toyota chairman Akio Toyoda said this week that people are finally seeing reality when it comes to EVs, and that consumers aren't ready to provide the demand car makers need to make mass-producing electric vehicles viable. However, the thing is here, guys, keep this in mind. If you add up the European car market and the Chinese car market, put them together, that is around 42 million car sales per year. The entire global passenger car market is only 70 million cars per year. 42 out of 70. That is nearly 2/3, right? 2/3 of all vehicles sold worldwide are sold in Europe and China. And in those areas, EV adoption is actually growing at a pretty rapid pace. However, when it comes to North America, Ford has come to the realization that Toyota could be right. At least they think so. A great product is not enough in the EV business anymore. We have to be totally competitive on cost, said Jim Farley during the company's earnings call. But Tesla and Elon Musk have provided a silver lining for the company. Tesla actually gave us a huge gift with a laser focus on cost and scaling the Model Y. They set the standard, and we are now making real progress on our second and third generation EVs that are in the midst of being developed today as we get closer to the introduction, said Farley. Now, Toyota have also done something similar. They've copied the way that Tesla make the Model Y. They've admitted to the fact that they believe the way Tesla make the Model Y is genius, and they've ordered the same gigacasting machines that Tesla use. However, I'm not really convinced in Jim Farley's claims here. Now, he's saying a great product is not enough. Now, I agree on some level, but do Ford have a great product? What's Ford's great product? What EV do they sell that's considered a great product? They're not bad, but great? I don't think so. What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Investors have driven Tesla sales lower in the week since the company missed delivery expectations by 20,000 vehicles and reported that total gross margins fell to around 18% from more than 25% in the year ago period. That said, if you compare Tesla's returns to that of Toyota's, well, one of them has been a complete failure when it comes to its stock price. And that goes for Ford as well. In fact, if you'd invested in Ford 5 years ago, today you would have made nothing. In fact, you would have lost a significant amount of money. So who is right and who is wrong? Well, I think there's really two companies leading the automotive revolution, and there is a revolution going on right now. There's a paradigm shift going on in China and Europe. Of course, those two companies are not Toyota and they're not Ford. They're Tesla and BYD. Now, the future. No one really knows. No one really has a crystal ball. We all like to think we do. But in the future, truly, no one really knows what's going to happen. We do know the trends that are going on, and that is EVs are taking an increased slice of the global car market share, and that slice is growing significantly every quarter. Now, you can get caught up in the media hype. You can get caught up in the FUD that Toyota is presenting to its investors, to the media. But statistics and facts don't lie. This year, EV sales represent a significantly higher percentage of global car sales than what they did last year. And in China, which really does drive the global car market, I mean, more than 1 in every 3 cars sold every single day of the week is sold in China. There, EVs just hit a new record. 30% of all vehicles sold in the month of September were fully electric. There's only 2 car companies growing their sales significantly this year versus last year. Those are, once again, BYD and Tesla. Now, kudos to Ford for giving credit to Tesla, for really changing the industry. Now, I think what's important here is that Ford have to go back to the drawing board, which is what they're doing. They're coming up with a much better version of their EV platform, the second generation. But they're looking even further forwards than that, at a generation 3.0. What could be in Ford's generation 3.0 EVs? I've got no idea, but I think it will be pretty good. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments. Thanks for watching.